Welcome back to the Pain Game YouTube channel. We are in Saudi Arabia. How's it going, lads? Lads, what the hell is going on? How the hell did we get here?
Oh, mate,
it's
beautiful.
Where do we start? Because right now, being at the presser, I lost my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. I was sitting down, they're giving it, they're talking about money to be won. 3 million, apparently.
Yep.
3 million.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn, he came dropping bombs. That speech he gave, that sent shivers down the spine. I was like, no way, no offense, is a 70-plus-year-old Frank Warren following that up. God bless him.
But he gave it that joke, though.
Yeah.
He saved it to the end as well. Like, taxi on the way up.
It was tiny, but it was too late. It was too late.
It was late.
Eddie showed, man. Eddie showed his sales skills.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He smashed that. Lads, who's sold the show for you in the fighter sense? Who's the one where you're like, that's the star up there on that stage?
Do you know what? I'd probably go Deontay Wilder. I'd probably say Deontay Wilder in terms of Deontay Wilder has always been able to speak a good game, and he identifies the things that can roll people up. You see him saying there again about wanting a body on his record. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing there. But I tell you what, Zhilei Zhang's comeback was brilliant. They said about why did you make him the captain for this event? And Zhilei Zhang sort of, you got the translator there going on. Translator comes in, he went, basically, Eddie Hearn wanted to sign him after this fight, so he thought he'd get some brownie points by making him the captain. And I thought, yeah, well, maybe not too far from the truth, but let's see.
But hold on, though. Amal Williams, for me, when he said he's gone through a metamorphosis, he's got a tail on. In the face-off, he's had tears running down his eyes.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what to expect on Saturday, but I'm locked in, man.
I did an interview today with Eddie Hearn, and he basically said the best guy out of all those heavyweights is fighting AJ. If we had to put money on one of those 4 heavyweights, who would it be on, lads?
Bloody hell.
You've got to say Deontay Wilder, haven't you? Because, I mean, quite tested, you know what I mean? I know he's been not quite on form of late, but got to give it to him.
I think they'd like it to be Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
For me personally, I would have to say it's going to be Filip Hrgović. That would
there we go.
That would be my pick for it, and I think that would make a lot of sense. Look, we saw Filip Hrgović and Daniel Dubois out there today, and there was one point when Filip Hrgović said about Daniel Dubois being too immature for it, and I don't think the way I interpreted that would be exactly how it came across. But what I do know is when Daniel Dubois was 15, 16 years old, Filip Hrgović was, by all accounts, giving David Haye good spars in the gym, giving Deontay Wilder good spars in the gym. He was the one that caused the cut. So in terms of their records, it might be similar, but who's been doing this for the longer, man? It's Hrgović.
Sparring is one thing, but under the lights is where it really counts. And I'm telling you right now, do you hear what Daniel Dubois said? He said, move on.
Yeah.
When he said, move on, I said, oh, this guy means it. Because even Dev was like, should we move on? He changed the production order, bro. They wanted to talk for longer. He said, absolutely, no more talking. I want this. And bro,
do you think Dubois gone through like a bit of a change recently? Because he seems to be believing himself more. Have you got any theories about what that might have been?
Well, you know, I'm saying that he's got a girlfriend now, innit?
He's got a girlfriend?
And with that girlfriend, you know, things change.
You become a grown man.
You become more grown. You get to do things that you never knew was going to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not following.
What I'm saying is, I mean, we're in Riyadh. I don't think I'm allowed to go there.
Just to be clear,
not married.
Dubois might be in our hotel room, so we got to be careful. Our hotel rather, not the room.
You know what?
Just to be clear, he's definitely not in any of our rooms. Thank God. He's terrifying.
I hope we don't sleep on Zhilei Zhang knocking out Wilder, though.
You reckon?
I think there's a possibility. Like, I bought into the speech. I liked it. It was dramatic. It gave me old throwback Wilder energy.
Yeah.
But Zhilei Zhang knocked Joe Joyce the hell out.
And do you know what? It's the style, isn't it? He has this come forward pressure, much like Tyson Fury did, and he cuts the ring off, and he's always and at 300 pounds, right? Deontay Wilder is a small, tiny even in terms of weight, and although he's got the power, Zhang might have that body weight to actually take those shots and keep moving forward.
I don't know. I'm going to say totally different. My eyes were firmly on Wilder as soon as he sat it down and he's had his eyes closed for the first 5-6 minutes. I just filming him, eyes closed, and I'm thinking, is he asleep? What's going on? But then it's the Zen-like. He knows that this is the moment right now. He's in a situation where he's had some fights, and we're now judging his record, judging his legacy. He needs this fight to get back in. What Eddie Hearn said was perfect. This guy needs this win. If anyone needs that win on that stage the most, I would say Deontay Wilder, because you've had 3 fights against Fury. They didn't go your way. After this, the Parker one was horrible. He needs this the most for his confidence and just for the business.
In terms of Queensberry versus Matchroom, lads, I think the captains could be a key factor in who actually comes out on top here. Shiraz, for me, sharpshooting sniper. I'm really confident in him. Deontay Wilder, 3 defeats in his last 4 fights. Not so confident. What are you saying, lads?
It's do or die. He said it himself. I just think he needs to get that bit between his teeth. I think this is his moment. I think he's going to do. I think he's going to do it.
I think it's a big mistake that Eddie Hearn's made. I think he's done it to almost placate the guy, to make him feel good, to make him want to sign for him. Obviously, they got all their past history, but that's not the captain that you make, because that is the one where you're not really sure. If I was picking a captain, there's so many more before I get to him. Yeah. I probably would have made Craig, because I know Craig's gonna get the points, but I don't think he's thinking about points. He's literally saying, I think, trying to motivate him and get the best Wilder.
Absolutely, because someone like Deontay Wilder, you have to stroke his ego. He has to believe again that he's bomb squad, like he's back. Like even his rhetoric recently, it's gone back to old, not pre-ayahuasca Wilder. Now he's like talking about having a body and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, Eddie had to gas him up a little bit just to make this happen.
I put this question to Eddie earlier on today. I said, what do you make of the retirement talk? Whenever a fighter says, if I don't win, I'm retiring, it always makes me feel uncomfortable.
Red flag.
And he said, it's either really good or really bad. That's a gamble and a half.
He already, Eddie knows what's going on. Eddie's taking a risk, but I think he's almost, you with the other fights, I think he can bank his points already. He knows where he's getting points. He's looking at Ford. He knows there's points there. The ammo one is a bit, for me, that's the 50-50 there, but I think he's banked all his points. And the Joker card, because he said we could be already winning by the time we get to the heavyweights.
That's very true.
So he's already told us.
He's just banking on that one bit of power.
It's too risky. You don't know what Wilder you're going to get. And like all of us here, we're seeing him talk and we're like, do we truly believe it? Does he believe it? Those are the questions we're asking ourselves.
Let's switch up a bit. We've just had it confirmed. Fury versus Usyk 2, the rematch, is coming December. What's your first impressions? The fact that Fury, after taking a hell of a beating towards the end of that fight, has already confirmed he's going to take it. Do you see that as a sign of confidence?
No, the Fury fan right there.
Listen, I would see it as a sign of confidence, because personally, I think that all of us know that if it makes money, it makes sense. And Tyson Fury could have probably gone and fought Anthony Joshua in his next fight. Maybe the hunger wouldn't have been there. Maybe they might have wanted to build it a little bit more. But maybe someone takes a loss in the meantime, like they have in the past, and it doesn't happen. So I think if you're Tyson Fury, and I don't think any of us doubt that Anthony Joshua is a stylistic better fight for Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I'm not saying it's a fight he'd win. I'm saying
let's
focus on the rematch. Let's focus on the rematch.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he could have took that fight and he's gone straight in for the rematch, I do see it as a sign of confidence from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury picked up enough rounds in that fight as a fighter. I'm not saying us as a neutrals, as a fighter, to believe that you can do something different in a rematch.
He's gone with a fighter card. When a man throws out the fighter card, it's hard to respond.
Like, I'm not like you guys.
I'm not like a man in a barbershop. You want to tell you that, listen, even though what you say is good, I just don't believe it. You saw what happened on that night. I haven't heard from Fury. Since then, it's been, look for Fury. Where's his dad gone? Where's John Fury?
Where's Shane?
I couldn't hear enough of him. Everyone's gone quiet. What's going on?
He did say he thought he won the fight. Do you think he really believes that?
No. We will see him everywhere.
I believe he was concussed.
He
said Happy New Year at the end of the fight.
Happy New Year. There were so many things he said at the end of the fight where you're just like, he ain't all there. He took a beating.
He's never took a beat like that in his career. He's been down off one shot. He's been in there with Deontay Wilder, one of the biggest punchers, but that was a single blow. Maybe a right hand and left hook that put him down in that first fight. But he's never took a beating sustained like that in his career. I don't think he's going to be the same guy after that fight.
The problem with that is that Usyk obviously would take a few rounds to figure him out in this fight. The second fight, it's not
straight to work,
exactly round 2 or 3 in this time, and it's just going to be an onslaught.
To be fair, though, I would say he got straight to work in this fight. We looked at the Tyson Fury against Usyk fight the other day, and Usyk did start the fight strong. I think, listen, I know I'm going to get labelled a few.
Mad. You said you had the first 3 rounds to Fury. Do you apologize for that?
No, I never said that.
Do you remember early in the? I remember the stream, bro.
We'll pull up the receipts. I never said that. But what I would say is, if you're Tyson Fury and you're looking at that rematch, I'm telling you, he will feel like he had enough moments in the fight to be able to do a bit better. I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying that this was the case. But as a fighter, there's always things because as a fighter, every fighter's deluded. Every fighter's deluded. You would wouldn't be a fighter if you weren't deluded. You need to be a bit deluded. So as a fighter, you will have that thing of going, right, I need to replicate it and I need to do a bit more. And if no one had that attitude, guess what? No one would fight Oleksandr Usyk.
I think it's more to do with the contract already being signed beforehand, and there's no wiggle room for how it's operating out here. So for me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, it's a good payday. Go and get that done. And then if you can manage to squeeze an AJ fight after that, then there we are.
Oh, no, it's not that. I don't think that at all. I think Fury needs this fight. It's not because of it's not about the contracts. It's about Fury remind himself, I'm a fighting man, and that what you saw from me, I can do more. I don't think Fury's saying, it's only contract obligations. How many contracts has he not met? In terms of, they said him to fight.
Every time with the Wilder trilogy,
Yeah.
when Fury walked back into the room after the last time, he always had the upper hand of, but I kind of beat you. And then the second time, I did beat you really badly. And you could see that Deontay Wilder was shrinking with each press conference, with everything. What happens when Fury walks into a press conference looking at another man in the eye going, you beat the shit out of me at one point, and I was lucky to get out of there with my conscience intact. Where's the bravado going to come from? He's really going to have to outwardly project ultimate confidence when internally he knows I'm in the fight of my fucking life,
I think he's got to do that thing and find out how Usyk was born, though, because again, if it was a C-sec, I wouldn't take that fight. But a man naturally born of his mother, again, he shouldn't.
No man born from his mother.
No man born of his mother. You know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, I think he's going to really go into this one confident. I think you're going to see if that Fury that shows up, what was the rounds that we gave to him? 4 to 6?
I gave him 4 to 7.
If that Fury shows up, because he was in the backhand, like, just, that backhand jab that
It's the energy, though. That Fury had the energy. It's when the energy goes that Usyk keeps coming.
This is
the problem.
This is the part I've always said. Fury is not looked after his body the way other boxers have. And it's going to catch up at some point. So all the binging, all of whatever happened outside the ring is now starting to show up where you cannot keep up with this man. This guy has the highest punch output in all the heavyweights. There is no way you're going to be able to go and have one training camp and change anything, in my opinion.
Well, one thing's for sure, lads. I hope we will be back here in December in Saudi to see it. But one thing is for sure as well, this Saturday, the live stream inside the arena for a first time ever in YouTube history.
Bam.
Us lot are doing a watch along with the ring behind us while we commentate on all the fights. Me and the lads, we're like, it's Christmas, isn't it, right?
It's
going to be unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
We hope you join us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you Saturday night. Come on!
Yes!